Hey folks, this is Paul with Bikeskinz.com, and today I'm shooting from my home garage. And yes, even you do not have to have a full-fledged wrap facility to wrap your own bike. That's what it's all about. You can do it basically for the first time in your own garage without a lot of tools. You do need some tools, and today that's what I'm going to do, is kind of give you a brief overview of some of the tools of the trade for wrapping. Whenever you first start wrapping, you want to make sure that you're cleaning your bike with a solvent. For something like degreaser, Windex, you could use dishwashing liquid and just clean it off really good, the front and the back side. But that's probably the first stage of cleaning. Once you get down to the last stage, this is before you apply the wrap, you want to make sure and use a heavy solvent like alcohol. Rubbing alcohol works fine. Make sure that you use a really nice professional grade spray bottle so you can get a lot of alcohol on your surface before you wipe it down. And when you do wipe it down, you want to use something like an industrial lint-free rag. These are actually made by Scott. They're called rags. They're in an easy dispenser box. They're pretty cheap. You can wipe off the alcohol with those and not have any lint like if you used a paper towel or something like that. Also, if you have any decals or anything like that on your bike, factory decals or any type of stickers or anything like that, you want to use a tool like this. This is called the Little Chiseler, and you can find these at wrap supply companies like Feller's or different places online, but they're really handy for chiseling off decals. They're made out of silicone, so they won't scratch your paint, but they work really well for getting the decals off. Okay, the next item you want to make sure and have, this could be obvious, is a nice pair of scissors. These are actually kitchen shears or utility shears. The longer the blade, of course, the nicer the cut is, but of course Bikeskinz are made to where there's overlap, so they're going to trim out, and you're going to trim along the back side of your bodywork with an X-Acto knife or something like that. So the type of scissors that you use to cut the shapes out is really not that important, but just make sure you get some that are sharp. Another tool that I want to talk about today are clamps, especially if you have the bodywork taken off of the bike and you have it resting on your work table. If you don't have two people, or even if you do have two people to help, it's good to have clamps to kind of hold down the bodywork in different positions while you apply the material, because you definitely need two hands to do that as well. So I like to use these lightweight vinyl clamps. You can find these at Lowe's and Home Depot. They have a vinyl edge there. You may actually want to wrap these around with like a lint-free rag or something like that, so that it's even more of a softer surface that's touching your wrap material if you're holding down an edge that you already have wrapped a little bit. This one is adjustable. It has a trigger, so you can clamp down at different degrees real quickly and change it up. They're lightweight too, so they're not going to have a tendency to contort the bodywork or pull in or put a lot of pressure in areas you don't want to. This is another really handy one too. This one has an adjustable side to it, and also it's a really light tension, so you can see that it's enough pressure to hold down something steady, but it's not like one that you would use if you were going to glue something together with wood and it had to be held really tightly, or like clamp on a camper to the back of your truck or something like that. It's just enough to be like a little handhold to help you out whenever you're moving positions with your body work.